Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Top Jimmy, yes. Didn't know how to dial in the tone for this one because he uses that Ripley Kramer stereo guitar on this, and I just kind of dialed it in with the Strat, the 50. Here's my 57 reissue guy. Yeah, happy birthday week to the King. Birthday anniversary. You know, I hate saying happy birthday in heaven and all that kind of thing, but you know, happy birthday to the King. Cheers to the best guitar player ever. Yes, on record. One of the greatest. Lots of greats, lots of arguments, Rolling Stone. But yeah, Eddie Van Halen, what can we say about Eddie? Eddie Van Halen passed away too early. You know, we talk about celebrity deaths a lot, unfortunately, on my show here. Last week we talked about Meatloaf, and you know, there's some big ones. But Eddie Van Halen, Neil Peart hit me the hardest because it was a real surprise. Eddie Van Halen, you know, I heard it, I was really upset. But yeah, a lot of health issues, and I thought, you know, when we heard about his cancer and what he's going through and stopping tours and that kind of thing, I thought, you know, it's gonna be a sad day someday. We can feel that one coming, and it came. In October or November, I can't remember now. And anyways, fall 2020. And you know, if you watch my show, there's lots on Eddie because he's just the greatest, and we love him. And this is one of his more complicated, haphazard, but just genius guitar parts, rhythm guitar part for this song. And you know, he is the greatest rhythm guitar player in rock, you know, in heavy rock. One of the things that, you know, only because, you know, it doesn't always play the power chords. You know, he's playing a lot of triads, playing a lot of you know, dyads, little double stops and little things that are just so cool. And this is no exception, this song here, Top Jimmy. Basically, I have to have a big shout out to my student Brock, who I've had for a long time. He was a drummer for a long time, great drummer, and now he's, you know, a little bit older and playing a lot of guitar, and he always played a lot of instruments. But you know, hi Brock, how you doing? Yes, and I'm putting this on YouTube because Brock said, hey, I saw your Top Jimmy, because I did this song about a year ago, did a rundown of this. I'm gonna do it again because I think you know, I think audio and everything else is better now, and for my videos anyways, and just wanted to just do another tribute of this song, and it might be a little bit longer one, but anyway, shout out to Brock. And I am going to post more of these videos on YouTube. I don't have them all on there, but you know, I want to get that beefed up, and most of you guys are watching this on Facebook or Instagram. Anyways, Top Jimmy. First of all, I'm in my Strat. Now, the tone's a little different today. Of course, it's in the Mesa Boogie cabinet here, but I have, if I can get it over, because it's really cabled up really thick here. I can't get it over. Let's turn the camera then to see it. Okay, there's the little Friedman, the Friedman Mini BE. Friedman Mini BE. That's all you're hearing today. Actually, sorry, I shouldn't say that. You're in my effects loop. So I do have the little bit of TC delay on there, but everything else is just this amp. 30 watts, solid state. Can lift it up like this. Incredible, incredible little amp. So it's my little spare. A little bit more martially than my Mesa today. So a little bit crunchy. Anyways, here's Top Jimmy. The tuning. Actually, I'm gonna just talk about some pretty just briefly, because if you want a more extensive video, there's guys that go through this and everything note by note. But I'll just give you the quick rundown of this one. The most important thing about Top Jimmy is this. What is this? Is this a? This is not a scientific experiment here. This is Top Jimmy's tuning. So it's kind of a D7 because you got that C natural in there. So kind of a D, open D7. I'm not a big expert on open tunings, what their names and that. I'm not a slide player. Slide players could probably tell you better. Anyways, here is the tuning from the thickest low E string, string number 1 E. Is tuned down to D. Okay, so we've done that all times. The next two strings, leave them. If you're a dad, leave them. You're a dad, so those are your regular standard tuning, A and D. Now your G string here is going to be tuned up to A. Again, thank you, David Coverdale. Up to A. And then we also tune that B string up to C, a semitone. And then, of course, our E string to match our outer E's down to D. There it is. I think it's a D7 tuning. It's kind of a D7 sound with the C natural in there. Anyhow. And then with that, you get the harmonics, the natural harmonics at the 12, 7, and 5, which we play. The big part of the intro is the... That's the harmonics. He's a couple variations of that as he goes through. Ed was just really off the cuff and just played. I don't think he was double tracking and triple tracking like some other people do, but he was just playing, right? So, and then we come to the so you're in drop D, so you're getting those power chords at the 5 and the 3, 5th fret, 3rd fret. One thing I really stress with my students is finger assignment. We know where the notes are, but our brain will try and dive to those notes any way you can get your hands down there. So it's really important to assign, really do a mental thought of assigning fingers to and moves to a certain lick. In this case, it's easy to go with fingers 3 and 2, but you want to slide your 3rd finger down. You're going. It might be a real simple thing, but it actually comes off better when you do that slide rather than. It sounds more authentic and just a lot easier to play like that, really, guys. Next he goes into a little. I was talking to you about Dyads and all those things. Those are really cool. Just B string and G string. So this chord is just basically a D chord, well, a D major chord, but with the tuning it's kind of a suspended. And we just go down to the, which would be the C, because you're just doing the triad here, straight line triad as I call it. It's suspended because of the tuning. Then we do this little cool little hammer-on thing. Hammering the first 3 on the D string, 3 and 5, and then 4th fret on the B, and then we do the same thing, except all at the 3rd fret. Just a word about all this stuff. It's so genius that he just comes up with this. He probably just tuned his guitar and had this vision in his ears and head and just said, okay, it's going to sound like this. And his hands just landed because he attacked the guitar. I knew a friend of a friend who met Eddie Van Halen somewhere in the States he was doing something in a music store, and he was in the back room of the music store, and the guy said to Eddie, I'm going to play Panama for you. Can you critique it for me? I don't know if I'd be able to do that. I don't think I'd be able to play in front of Eddie Van Halen. But anyways, this guy did that, and then he critiqued it. And Eddie then said, okay, here, I'll show you a few things. And he grabbed the guitar off the guy, and the guy said that he just basically attacked the guitar. He was just, big hands, just ripping that guitar apart. He felt sorry for the guitar. So that's how, he had just that, he just had that, he just played that thing, it played him, sometimes they play us. He played it, he kicked it out of the amp. That's why nobody sounds like him, because he was just pushing things out of those amps that you didn't get because he was just killing that guitar. My opinion. That's why he's so good, and how he got to the levels and discovered things, because he was pushing that envelope. That's what I think about Eddie. I like this song again. We're going to get back to, I'm just going to show you, the next thing I'm just going to show you, I'm going to show you the chords that we go through in what's the chorus of the song. All the same shape. It's just that D, that A string root bar chord shape. Then you're going to keep the second finger on the B string. So that's G at the 10th fret. Remember, our A string is still tuned to standard, so that's G still. And then we're going to go to the 5th fret, D, and then we're going to go up to F, 8th fret, to C, 3rd fret. Back up to G, to D, E, 7th fret, and then we're going to go back to the F, and then two quick ones, the G and then to the A, 10th fret and 12th fret. That's all the same shape, that major chord, A string root major chord, and just squeezing and playing that second string in the middle there. Genius stuff. Top Jimmy. There you go, Brock. Hopefully that was a little bit cleaner than last time. Go back. I think it's on YouTube. The other video. Just look up Top Jimmy. I actually come up. I come up when you look for Top Jimmy's to how-to. It comes up. Anyways, I'll do more of an in-depth rundown of that Friedman amp coming up. Maybe today. We'll see. But one thing before we leave, I just want to do a huge shout out to, and sorry the video's a little longer today, but you guys seem to like the show. But anyways, Pat Alonzo is a man who ran a music store in our town here in Brantford, Ontario, and he passed away this week. When I say we, my wife and I, Angela, have known Pat and the Alonzo family since we moved to this town a long time ago, and we opened our music school in 2009. And Pat Alonzo Music, he about just a year before the pandemic, he actually sold it to Long McQuaid, and I'm really happy he did that, only because he was very, very intense about his business and how it was run, and the lockdowns would have probably just destroyed him and his spirit and everything else. So I'm glad he was enjoying his retirement, even though he did get sick. But he's just a little away from the work. And but I just like to say that when we came to town and opened our business, he was just the best person you'd want to know. He gave us all kinds of advice, sent us tons of students. In turn, I send them tons of customers back. This is the only place you go to buy a guitar, amp, drums, or anything. Read my post that was earlier this week. But yeah, just really gonna miss him. I missed him already because I didn't see him because he was retired. But his son Chris carries the helm, still going strong. Chris, Angel, and the entire family, his wife, all the grandkids, and just a huge loss for our Brantford community here. And just a word to the wise: support those little guitar stores. Support those guys who are just grinding it out. I used to drive my kids to school. They used to open at regular times during the week, but I used to drive by the shop, driving the kids to school at like 8, quarter after 8 in the morning, and the open sign was on. Pat was in there. He was just in there doing stuff. You know, sad loss for our community here. I think everybody who lives in this area probably bought a guitar, bought something, bought strings, bought a pick. Who cares? But you probably heard a great story or two, and you had the Pros, the only shop to go to ever in Brantford. Yes. Anyhow, happy birthday anniversary to Eddie. Happy world to you guys. Everything's going well. Stay cool out there. It's getting better. We have gigs coming up. Yes, we do. Top Jimmy cooks, Top Jimmy swings, whatever the words are, Dave. Have a great one, guys. Take it easy.